In space, no one can hear you franchise your film. Yes, we have another alien film, this time titled Romulus. And yet there wasn't a single Romulan in that whole film. Not even an actor who played a Romulan. Weird. So the setup is some poor schmuck slaving away for Weyland-Yutani and finding out her contract has been extended, and probably will be extended so long they'll basically wring all the life out of her, has found out that a spaceship has come into orbit around her, for lack of a better word, homeworld, and she and her friends plan to rob it of its valuable resources so they can just escape the planet, basically quitting Weyland-Yutani and flipping the bird to the company the whole way. And you would think that after the Prometheus branch of the franchise kind of screwed up the whole system, and Alien Resurrection kind of took the whole franchise in the wrong direction, that yet another Alien film would be just meh. But as it turns out, the one who made this film ended up making it work. The xenomorphs, and especially the xenospiders, which get center stage, are actually scary. They brought terror back to the franchise after all this time. And they found new clever ways to gross us out. I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say, thanks to a combination of practical and CGI getting pretty decently married together, the monster of the week did not disappoint, despite his short screen time. Kind of like the xenomorph creature from Resurrection, only better. Well, maybe not better, but certainly taller. But I'm saying too much already. Bottom line, the effects and storyline of this film are awesome. So much practical work went into this particular film, and the xenomorphs and xenospider have never looked better. And the ships, they feel like real, they feel like they have weight. It doesn't feel like they're models creeping around on some blue screen. It really feels like you're in the void and these behemoths are transporting people to and from various places. You're really immersed in the whole Weyland-Yutani world. And it is a true dystopia. Because while the tagline of the company is building a better world, or building a better future one world at a time, let's face it, the people who are actually doing the building are canaries in a coal mine, in some cases quite literally. And that makes you feel for the various cast members. They're not 10 little Indians, they're relatable working stiffs who just want to live. All the more tragic when they start ceasing to live. As for the lead, she's no Sigourney Weaver, but she holds her own. And one storyline had me on the edge of my seat until it pulled the rug out from beneath me. And that made the whole story all the more satisfying. Hoping to see some characters live, only for that hope to be snatched away. That's very human, I'm sorry to say. As for the music, oh man, it's like they brought the original composer back from the great beyond and had them do the music for the whole film, because it just feels like a proper Alien film. The timeline is, I'd say, between the first and second films, if memory serves correctly. And it really does feel like an early Alien film. So, yeah, they did a good job. And while it most likely will never happen, you kind of want to see the timeline of this film and the timeline of Ripley's film converge. Because the star of this film and Ripley would probably work well off each other. Maybe a little better than Weaver and Winona Ryder. But I know that won't happen. Still, you never know. Things are always getting shuffled around in this franchise anyway. So yeah, props to the props department, the story department, and the actors. They did good. This is Mr. J signing out, and I'm reminding you, when it comes to Weyland-Yutani, just quit. That company is corrupt to the core. And if they tell you to stick your face into a weird-looking egg or try to extend your contract, fight it. Because that company is not in your best interest. Also, don't bother screaming, because in space you need all the air you can get. Watch out for xenospiders.